Guys, the Ludiguna, Mr. Sauce on Spill, your favourite YouTuber. Yeah, let's get into it. Overmars is allegedly returning back to Arsenal. I know some of you have been relishing this. Me, myself, we've all wanted a director of football, if not a director of football. Someone that does things similar to the job title. We know Wenger has resisted for years and been against it and all of them things. Some of us have their opinions. I'm of the personal opinion that yes, he loves the club, but if you love the club, you'll make the transition easier for when you depart the club. Of course, he enjoys his position, so he's not going to put someone that could probably scrutinise his job in the same way that you see Tuchel when he was at Dortmund, and one of the advisors, or I don't think he was a director of football per se, but someone that was in charge of scouting players, they almost came to blows at the training ground. I'm not advocating that, but they almost came, him and the guy almost came to blows over not signing. I think it was Sol that plays for Atletico Madrid. Decent signing that would have been. Allegedly, the guy was even banned from the changing room, from the training ground. Sorry. So I doubt Wenger wants to be pressed on that front. Of course, he's an Arsenal man, an ex-Arsenal man. We'd welcome him back and things like that. Like I was alluding to before I started waffling, director of football. When Wenger eventually steps away, that's how I look at it. If he is coming back, I can't imagine he's going to be a director of football under Wenger. Maybe I don't want to say learning the ropes, but some sort of new role, learning the ropes. Then if a new manager comes in the following season or season after, or when Wenger eventually decides to call it a day, he's now director of football. He's now fully up to date and things like that. He's done some decent jobs together with his scouting network. They've unearthed guys like Sanchez. Obviously, they're somewhat a selling club and they're pressured by bigger clubs. You see Sanchez go off to Spurs for 40 million, and there's a whole host of Ajax promising players and players that have left in their young stages before they even got to first team as a result of that. So they've had a job of consistently having to rebuild the squad, constantly find gems, constantly refine their scouting palette and try and unearth new gems, constantly having to give players a chance, whether they're unknown or got a big name in the game. So because of these skills, again, I hope he brings through some of his team, but he'd like to think he's someone that can identify what a team is lacking, identify what a team needs, ultimately get deals done. Dick Law's calling it a day. I know we brought in some legal expert or something in the summer, so their roles might intertwine. But you'd like him to pick up on that. I mean, this Dick Law's a man who we almost missed out on not signing Ozil because people are almost forgetting when their planes are meant to take off and things like that. He's surely got to be more competent than that. Allegedly, this is coming at the end of the season, Ajax, when he leaves Ajax and he will sign for us. Nothing's been confirmed. It's important to mention his actual role. I'm just assuming for the purpose of you guys that it's a director of football. Nothing's actually been confirmed. We don't know exactly what it is, like I said, man. Like I said earlier, Wenger said he's not a fan of it. Ivan's backtracked. He said he was a fan of it, generally speaking, and he's also seemed quite bullish on it when he was saying catalyst for change. He's now reined it in a bit, probably because the club want to appear, even though there's clearly fractions behind the scenes. They want to appear that they're all on the same page. Even things like back in Wenger, no disrespect to Wenger or anybody, but it's well documented that not everybody on that board wanted to keep him, and while Ivan and Wenger's relationship is over, the whole not talking and things is overstated, they do have a decent relationship. They're not very much fond of each other, so it'll be interesting to see how that develops and what's going to happen, especially Ivan getting a bonus for our team, even though our team is moving like idiots on the football pitch last year. So who knows? On the basis of purely if it was a black and white world and footballing-wise, we need someone that can kind of do them things, so I'll be happy for it. It helps us somewhat identify targets and live without Wenger, because Wenger's had to be the director of football. He's had to be transfer man, manager, and everything due to the incompetence at the club and him sensing that the club is has incompetence and ingraining himself, so that it's hard to get rid of him to a degree. Arsenal, we're just in one big conundrum, and if you support us, you know damn well what we are. If you're an opposition fan, you love it because we're coming like a soap opera and just providing entertainment more often than not. But yeah, man, there's not much more to say on that front. If Overmars really is coming back on the points I've named, yeah, man, I'll be happy for it. Yeah, get in the comments, subscribe, and ultimately, good night, folks. To Ludiguna, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching.